Perfect Grade Studios.
Builders always push their limits from one competition to the next.
Every build, sharpening them for something bigger.
Each entry a risk, each event a test. But this time, it all leads to one stage.
Only one duo will rise above the rest. One title, one throne, one God of Mecha.
What inspired you to create God of Mecha?
Okay, when it comes to inspiration, basically, if you guys know Super Robot Wars, okay, so it's basically a series of games where they're joining together plenty of different franchises, mecha franchises, where there's always an OP, an overpowered final boss there. So that's where the inspiration comes from. So it's basically a mecha competition where eventually one will become the God of Mecha, beating all the other mecha entries.
Why launch a competition of this scale now? What did you feel was missing in the local Gunpla scene?
Okay, so basically working on the successes of Philippine Scale Model Show, PSMS, and the fact that we've been having a declining number of entries in the last couple of years for gunpla competitions, for example, we've decided to work and help create a competition that will, bring the community together and hopefully increase the number of entries and people joining competitions. So that the growth of number of entries or competitors in the competition will eventually become the growth of the hobby itself.
The name God of Mecha is powerful. What does it represent to you?
Okay, so going back to the inspiration, which is a Super Robot Wars, there is an overpowered final boss where all the mechas have to beat. So these mechas, before they can beat it, have to be consistently used. They have to keep on leveling up. So that means consistency, discipline is there. So very similar, putting it into context of the God of Mecha competition. Everybody has to show consistency, discipline, and creativity in order for them to beat themselves and eventually become the God of Mecha. So it's ARCOM putting the structure into the community so that we can all keep on working together as a hobby community and continue improving the benchmark for the quality of artworks.
One of the biggest highlights is that the champion will be sponsored to compete in Tetsujin in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
How did your relationship with Tetsujin begin?
It all started with, of course, Ide Nang. Ide Nang and I have been friends for a long time already. So we started with Aegon, organized by Mech Designs many years ago. ARCOM also became the official distributor of Vered's books here for so long. That's how we started. So Ide and Kenny Lim, Toy Maker, are friends. So this is just friends supporting friends in their initiatives for the community, hobby community.
Why was it important for you that the God of Mecha champion gets the opportunity to compete on an international
level? Okay. Well, basically, if the level of competition is up here, the level of competitiveness also increases. So in order for us to be competitive at the world stage, we have to be able to make sure that there's going to be plenty of other competitions where we're going to be qualifying everybody before we get to have a representative on an international level. Now, Tetsujin, when we announced God of Mecha, it created a bit of a buzz in Singapore because they know that Tetsujin is starting to become an international competition. So there are other representatives coming from other countries and to compete in the Tetsujin. So of course, us here in the Philippines would like to be competitive as well. So that's the reason why we set up God of Mecha, wherein we're going to be filtering and making sure that everybody joins the competitions. So it's a continuous build-up of skills where everybody keeps getting better until, we get to become competitive at the international level.
Sir, can you tell us more about the mechanics of this competition?
Okay, for the mechanics of God of Mecha, we have prepared a different video. Watch this.
God of Mecha is a year-long Mecha Plamo competition. Builders compete as duos. Teams can join basic, advanced, or both categories. Throughout the year, builders earn points by joining and placing in official partner competitions. Points are earned individually, and at the end of the season, the points of both teammates are added together to form the team score per category. Champions are crowned in basic and advanced. Winning teams receive exclusive prizes, and from each champion team, the builder with the highest individual score earns a sponsored slot to compete at Tetsujin in Singapore. This isn't a one-day event. It's a season, and every competition matters. Welcome back! Now that we know the rules for God of Mecha, it's time to answer the questions from the community. These questions are from the posts on our Facebook page, Perfect Ray Studios. And who's better to answer? None other than, of course, the brains behind God of Mecha, the owner of Armored Komodo, Mr. Alex Arevalo himself. Thank you so much.
All right, good afternoon, guys. Good day. Sorry.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, I've seen some of the questions already, so
Yes.
let's get on to it.
So now that we know Sir Alex is ready, let's start. So sir, this is a common question that we've been hearing. So since this is sponsored by Armored Komodo, do they prohibit using other paint brands?
Okay, other paint brands. Okay, so for the longest time, guys, our partner competitions like PSMS, Mecha Pinoy, for example, we've sponsored them for so many years already and giving them our products, but not even once did we ask the organizations to ensure that only one brand or ARCOM only for the entry. So for this competition, you can use whatever brand you want. Yeah, it's open for everybody. It's your money, it's your choice, so you get to use whatever you want for your entries.
Yeah, that's good news, no? That's good news because it just shows na how much Armored Komodo is actually giving to the community without, asking for much.
The hobby community goes first.
Yeah, community goes first. How about you guys? Do you have some questions there?
Well, Vincent wrote, do you have to be part of some hobby workshop or studio group to participate? Because I think he read from the rules that you should be part of a studio. The word studio was used.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that it's a battle of studios or commissioners.
Right.
So no, you don't have to be a part of a studio or a part of a big group to join the competition. All you need to do is just form a team of two. Okay, so it could be a friend of yours who has been around in the hobby community or somebody completely new as well. So we're not counting out the newbies. So the newbies are very much a part of the community. So we'd like to invite old and new alike to join the competition. Just group yourselves together in two, form a team, and then you can already join the competition.
So just to be clear, it does not need to be in a studio. You don't have
Yeah,
to be.
you don't have to be
in a studio
a
setup.
famous
Yeah.
studio or like a page with a big
Yeah.
following.
Okay.
Just as newbies are very much welcome to join.
Just to clear it up, that was just the term used as an example.
right.
Yeah, exactly. It was
The word
only an
studio
example.
was-
Yes.
Yeah, it was loosely used. The
Yeah,
term was
yeah.
just loosely used. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But the team also, for every team, for every pair that will form a team, you should come up with your own team name
Yes.
and your own team logo. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes. But for us to identify the teams properly, so you have to. Part of the registration process will require you to come up with a team name and a team logo for our marketing purposes. So it's a lot easier to fight for your team if you have like some sort of a banner where you can hold your flag and this is our team. We're gonna fight for the top spot for God of Mecha.
Okay, so going off with the team-based entries. So Hazard could ask, clarification, is this going to be a team-based only contest or is there going to be a singles category?
Okay. When you register, you have to register as a team. But the scoring system, we will be tabulating scores of both the team and the individuals. So what's going to happen is that the representatives, the eventual God of Winner champions for both basic and advanced categories, doesn't necessarily have to come from the same team. So even though we are scoring the teams and the individuals, the eventual winners might entirely come from different teams. So it's still very much an individual competition, even though you represent yourselves as a team. The team is more of like a support system which we came up with, so that it's easier since the season is a year-long competition. The competition is a year-long season. It's going to being consistent and continuously joining several of those competitions that you have to earn points from is going to be a challenge. So at least if you have somebody with you, supporting you, motivating you, it's going to be a lot easier to accomplish that joining the tasks needed to complete the competitions. So it's a team-based competition, but ultimately it's an individual effort for those who are going to be eventually becoming the champions of basic category and the advanced category. Hopefully that is clear. Okay.
That actually adds more to the competition itself. Now you're not just competing with the other teams. Basically, you're also competing with your teammate. Well, you're helping each other out.
Yes.
But
But
there's
remember,
only one.
remember, prizes for the best teams will also be given.
Oh yeah.
So there's a reason for you to work together as a team, definitely, because for the prizes, the top one team will get most of the prizes that we are going to be able to collect throughout the year, and while the eventual individual champions are going to be the ones going to Singapore with us to Tetragin.
Okay. So that answers part of my next question. Actually, I have another question here about going to Singapore.
Okay.
So Arvin wrote, who will represent the Philippines in Tetsujin in Singapore? Because if it's team based, does the team will be awarded to go to Singapore, or is it individual winners who will go to Singapore?
Okay. Individual winners will be the representatives for Tetragin Singapore. So, for example, we have Team A and Team B, and so that's 4 individuals, right? So, for example, the individual from Team A had maximum points for a basic category. The individual from Team B had the maximum points as well, or earned the highest points for the advanced category. So those 2 guys from Team A and Team B will be the representatives, not the team itself. So again, as mentioned a while ago, the representatives will be the representatives who earned the highest points will be the representatives for Tetsujin in Singapore, not the team.
Right.
But the team, there's reason for you to push for being to aim for the top team because the prizes will be divided among the teams, not equally. So the top teams will get the lion's share of the
So there's a
prizes.
grand prize for the team, and the grand prize for individual
Is
participants
the
to
Singapore
Singapore
trip. Yes,
trip, yeah.
yes,
Okay.
exactly. To keep it simple. Yes.
Awesome.
Right. So, Build Your Backlogs has some questions.
Okay.
Shout out to Build Your Backlogs. So, he gave a couple scenarios and he's curious as to how it would be scored. Basically, the basic and advanced categories. He's curious to how the basic and advanced categories will be scored since they are allowed to join both.
Okay.
They're not though, right?
You are well. Our latest update was that each team will be allowed to join both categories, but that requires a separate registration for each. You can't register. For example, you're Team A and you are registered for basic category. You again have to register under the advanced category because the scoring system for both categories will be done separately. So.
And they're different, right?
Yeah, it's different. So it's entirely possible for that team who joined both categories to join in the basic out of the box categories for PSMS, for example, as well as the advanced category for PSMS. And if they got gold at out of the box, they get 25 points. But if they got bronze at the advanced category, then they get the corresponding points for bronze as well. So it's not going to be combined. The points will not be combined for both the basic and advanced category. But again, I have a reminder that if you do join both categories, since there's a lot of competitions to join in, a reminder would be you're going to be spreading yourselves thin. So it's a matter of planning your strategy. So there's a bit of strategy involved in the competition that you can either focus in just one category and make sure you give out quality entries instead of joining both categories and churning out entries for both categories, which might suffer quality-wise. So it's entirely up to you. But if you can manage your time and come up with entries for both categories, entries that are very good and you think will earn points for your team, then by all means, you're welcome to register in both categories.
Right, sir. So, for example, for PSMS, right, you can submit multiple entries for one category.
Yes.
How would that work if you won gold and then you won silver?
Okay.
On the same category.
Okay, for if you join, let's say for example, if you join the basic category and you won both gold and silver, only the gold will be counted. This is because we are, at least for the first year, this is because we are going to be trying to avoiding a situation where somebody will be submitting plenty of entries, and then a couple of the entries will be getting medals, so that's already plenty of points to get from PSMS alone. So we don't want it to be a battle of number of entries. So it has to be just one.
The highest score.
Highest medal you got from PSMS and IPMS Baguio.
Right.
So that's it for the initial year at least. We'll see, because there's another justification where the judges of PSMS, for example, have really good integrity, wherein even if you submit so many entries, like say for example you submitted like 20 entries and none of them are even good, so you still don't get medals anyway. So that can be something to be considered for the future years, I guess. But for now, for its maiden year, we're going to be awarding one medal only per person, the highest one that they earned for PSMS and IPMS Baguio.
Talking about PSMS, like we know that PSMS has a lot of categories to join. We have a lot of choices to choose from which category to join. You have vehicles, you have military, you have sci-fi, and you have mecha, of course. Now, if I am a participant, should I only join mecha or does cars?
No,
cars.
the concept of the competition is God of Mecha. So that means so that means you have to join the correct category in PSMS, which is the mecha category. So there might it's something to consider if God of Mecha is successful in its first year. We might diversify later on in the succeeding years into something like Lord of Miniatures or what else? Okay, General of Military Models, something like that. So it's the same concept basically, but in different categories as well. Yeah.
God of cars.
All right, so you basically answered most of his scenarios, but he also included this one. If I'm joining basic with person A, can I join advanced with person B?
No, you both have to be in the same category, so that the scoring. We can combine again. That's the reason why if you want to join both basic and advanced categories, you have to register in both categories. So you can't as a single team, as team A, for example, it's not possible for one team. Participant A to be at the basic category, and then participant B to be under the advanced category, because we need to combine your points under the same category. So you both have to be in the same category to be able to join the competition. But again, if one of your if one of the guys is good in modifications and you're just good with just out of the box painting, it's also an opportunity for you to learn, and you just have to choose which category you're gonna be joining in. But you can also join both. Again, if you with the considerations mentioned.
Just to clarify, you can only join both in your selected team. You can't join another team.
Sorry? Again.
You can only join a category with your
teammate. Yes. Both of you have to be in the same category.
But you can't. You as an individual can't join another teammate because that's what.
Oh yeah, of course, yes.
Backlogs was.
That's what he was asking. Yes.
Yeah.
You have to join. Both of you have to join same team. Have to be joining both either basic or advanced categories initially, because you have to be loyal with your chosen teammate, so that you can both together create cohesion and then your approach on how to deal with the year-long season.
Speaking of, sir, what if for some reason one of the member of the team cannot continue? Can they replace?
Yes,
the other team?
we will be allowing, in the interest of giving the team the opportunity to still be competitive. If, for example, one participant has decided to opt out of the God of Mecha competition for any valid reason, the member who is still with the team have the option to change team members, so that they can continue on as a duo to still earn points throughout the rest of the year.
Speaking of points, if someone drops out, what will happen to their points as a team?
Okay, the team will keep. This guy who dropped out will be surrendering all the points to the team. So the team will keep all the points. There's also that one scenario where one guy, for example, got pirated by another team. So the team will keep the points. This guy who left to join another team will start.
Cannot bring the points.
He cannot bring the points. The points stays with the team, and this guy who left and joined another team will be able to earn new points in the next succeeding competitions.
But the points he left behind won't transfer to the person. To the
No,
individual.
team points only. Team points only, not
Yeah.
individual points.
All right. Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah, that seems fair. All right.
So the person who drops out brings his own points as an individual.
No, it's going to be kept.
So he starts 0.
So he starts again as
Yeah,
as an individual.
Yes, as an individual. That's why it's very important that you keep once you decide.
So it's
who
important to be
team.
locked in that team forever.
Exactly. Yes. As much as possible. So that it becomes a battle of just the teams whenever their member changes. So
Right. So there are penalties. if
there are
you
penalties.
in
Yes, of
the-
course.
the
So we like to
team.
maintain some sort of when you start your registration, you have to make sure that this person you're partnering with is somebody who shares the same values as you, for example, so that there will be no disputes later on, and you can continue just working on the goal of winning the competition instead of fighting amongst yourselves.
Just like dating.
So they have to ask permission, of course, to God of Mecha. How about the registration? Do they have to register again under a different team name if they're gonna jump ship?
Once we once we start the competition, there's going to be a deadline for the registration for the season-long competition. We are not going to be accepting any more additional teams during the season. So if somebody moves, it has to be within the existing teams only. Okay. So and of course, if the existing teams have no available slot as well, you won't be able to make the move. So we'll keep with the number of teams that were confirmed, registered by the time of the deadline comes.
Speaking of registration, I have a question here about registration. Max is asking, I'm sorry, Max, I might just change your question a bit here because some of it was already answered. But Max is asking will it be an online competition? So I'm assuming he's asking that where online would he be able to register? That's one. Number two, who can enter? So I think it's a question of age. How young could you be, or is it age restricted? And number three, will there be an entrance fee?
Okay. What's the first question
The
again?
first question is where can they
Register. Online registrations via Google Forms will be done by next week. To be posted next week. From the time this video was made. There will also be a registration fee of 700 pesos, but the registration fee will go to everybody will get a God of Mecha t-shirt. So it has plenty of perks. So the registration fee will give you a God of Mecha t-shirt, discounts at Arcom Hobby Lounge, discounts at the website, and of course you will have priority slots for Iday Nang's workshop later in the year. So the website will be very limited seats only. So we don't know yet how many teams will be there or how many individuals are going to be joining the competition. But those who are already in will have priority slots for the Iday Nang's workshop. Again, first come, first serve. Because, let's say for example, if Iday decides to only just get in 10 people, and we have like let's say 50 competitors, then it's still going to be a first come, first serve basis. Before we if it's not filled up, then we open it to the public.
So is this also a age-restricted competition?
No, it's not. So as long as your parents allow you for that, I presume the guy asking is a minor. So yeah, as long the partner competitions like PSMS, IPMS, God of Mecha finals are not age restricted. So you can join, and if you win, you get to earn your points. So
And we also have two competitions that we are code naming, by the way. These two competitions are they have these age
Yes,
category,
age brackets, yes.
age
Okay.
brackets. No. And basically it's under 14, under 20, and over 21.
Yes,
21
yes.
and over.
21.
So basically each and every competition, correct me if I'm wrong, each and every competition basically it's age free as long as
Except for those two.
except for those two, which if a minor would win the competition going to Singapore, will we have to? Is this something to be discussed to the parents?
Yeah, the parents will have to be informed, of course, since if he beats everyone else,
Right.
a minor beats all the.
The minor would be
Yeah,
that would be
which
great.
is, you know.
He's been beaten by a
We're
child.
definitely gonna have to coordinate with the parents, but also coordinate with Tetsugen as well, depending on the budget that we're going to be having by next year. We can probably, if the minor doesn't have even a passport, for example, then we might ask the parents to come or have somebody else proxy
Right.
the entry. But again, that's something that's
To be discussed.
going to have to
Yeah.
be cleared out with Tetsugen as the organizer. So it would be good if somebody like as young as 16 years old beat guys who are
Right.
20 to 40 years old. So we're welcoming all ages and genders, by the way. So I hope to see an all women team or our LGBT team as well. So I'd like to see all parts of our society represented.
So
Diversity.
so
Yeah.
you could also see a team that has a minor and an adult.
Yes, of course. Yes,
son
you can.
and-
That's
Father and son.
father and son is okay. Yes, exactly. A father and son team is very welcome, guys. So that is easier for coordination, and the kid will not have budget problems as well.
Right.
Because the dad will support it, obviously.
Right.
All right. So speaking of the entries, so Ayaran Fujimiya asked. Okay, he asked 5 questions. So here's the first one. How many kits per entry?
Okay, there are. Well, again, we are going to be following the
The rules.
rules of the competition itself. So, for example, PSMS allows you to enter as many as you can as you can manage. So,
Right.
but then again, we're only going to be giving points to the highest medal you're gonna get. So for PSMS, IPMS Baguio, you can enter as many as you want. For the advanced Gundam competition come October and the one in June, the out of the box Gundam competition in June, you're only allowed to join in one entry. So whatever the rule is of our affiliate competition, we will follow it when it comes to number of entries allowed.
All right. So, but for the actual God of Mecha itself, how many entries?
Okay,
are
for the God of Mecha finals, it's going to be very similar to PSMS. You can submit as many as you want. We will also have the medal system because since it's the last competition of the year, that kind of setup allows teams or individuals to catch up when it comes, especially if there's a couple of individuals or teams that are really close. So the medal system will allow a lot of competitors to earn points because they're gonna get, like, for example, if several people will be getting golds, then all of them will get 25 points. So that's what's going to be the criteria for the God of Mecha finals come November.
November.
And for the God of Mecha finals, will you be releasing a full mechanics?
Yes, we will. Because
Okay.
God of Mecha finals comes towards the late of the year.
Yeah.
We are still in the process of
Finalizing.
refining some of the rules. So it will be pretty much very similar to PSMS and IPMS back here.
Okay. So the entrance. So the finals for God of Mecha, will it have a separate entrance fee?
No, of course.
Although 700.
All the
Pesos.
the 700 pesos and registration fee will already be applied for All the affiliate competitions the whole year. So
I'm sorry, I forgot to clarify. The 700 pesos entrance fee is per head.
per head, yes, per head.
Per head.
Okay.
Per head, because otherwise, because everybody gets a T-shirt.
Right.
So all our brands will be there. Your team names will be there. All other we're going to make the T-shirt look cool. So it's going to be something that you can wear during the events, so that you can be identified right away as a participant of God of Mecha. So the registration fee is going to be per head, so that everybody can get their T-shirts and their discounts as well.
So make sure your team names are cool.
Yeah.
Team names and team logos make it cool.
Think really hard. All right. So, speaking of the modifications, what are the specific modifications that are allowed?
Okay, for modifications, again, we are going to be following the rules of that specific competition. So, for out of the box, of course, you can't add panel lines, you can't add black plates or extend. It's just out of the box.
No diagram.
Yeah, no diorama as well, so it's out of the box. For the advanced categories, pretty much sky is the limit. You can add a diorama, you can modify, you can extend, you can add panel lines, etc., etc.
As long as the competition permits it.
Yes, exactly.
But what if for the finals?
Finals will have the same rules, basically.
All right.
So there will be an advanced and a basic.
Yes.
All right. So he also asked, is there a brand restriction?
For paints again? Oh, you mean the... Okay.
Entry.
Okay. That will be competition based. That's going to be basically based on which competition it is. So PSMS, for example, doesn't really care what brand you use. It's focused more about the hobby itself rather than the brands that you use. So you can use whatever brand you want to use for your entries. You can submit it there, and it will not be disqualified. So there are, however, actually three.
Brand restricted.
That are brand restricted. So that's the out of the box Gundam competition in June, and then the advanced Gundam competition in October, as well as the God of Mecha finals.
Oh, all right.
Okay, that's the different thing that's going to set the God of Mecha finals apart from PSMS and IPMS Baguio.
The first competition that's happening under Mecha Pinoy.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bandai
that has to be Bandai.
Yeah,
So
that's
first
all.
competition,
Bandai
guys, will be Bandai Open by Mecha Pinoy. It's going to be held in Okada, so it's a very nice venue. So that's going to be the very first competition where the basic category teams can get points in. So we hope to see you there. We'll see.
Speaking of the Bandai Sci-Fi registration, Build Your Backlogs has one last question regarding that. Bandai Sci-Fi, the Mecha Pinoy event, the registration has already started,
Yes.
but the contest is still in April. Until when can we sign up to form a team? I think the registration is
Okay,
already started.
so registration, forming a team means he's referring to God of Mecha, right?
Yeah.
Registrations, as mentioned, will start next week. We will have it up until late March for the deadline of the registration of teams. It's because the very first competition will be happening in April. We might extend for a bit as long as it's not yet the time for it's not yet the event already for Bandai Open. We might extend, especially if there are still people looking for partners for their teams.
But
the initial deadline is end of March.
it's alright if they already registered.
Well, yes.
Before
Yes.
Mecha,
What
okay.
we mean before Bandai Open. Yes, if they've already registered for Bandai Open, then register later on for God of Mecha.
That's
It's
okay.
completely fine.
I've got a curious question about. I have to go back to the point system again. I just thought of something. If Miguel here is a registered competitor for the competition, and then his partner drops out in the middle, he's allowed to recruit anyone.
Yes.
Anyone. So if ever he meets me in a competition, I got gold from one of those competitions. Does that gold count?
You
as
came
my-
from which? You were private.
I wasn't. I'm not part of the competition whatsoever. I'm not part of God of Mecha.
Okay, so
He
okay,
just
I'd like
asked me
to clarify.
come.
Teams will be hard. Team registrations at the end of March For example, we had 30 team registration end of March. We're only going to keep that same number of teams the end of the year.
Right.
Okay? But the participants can be changed during the time. So, for example,
Miguel here is joining.
yeah, and he lost, and
Lost a member.
he lost a member, and he's getting a new member who has not registered before with God. We are going to be allowing.
Okay.
Okay, but if he's only going to get points in the succeeding, not the previous ones that are already finished.
Right.
Okay.
So we don't get in a scenario where people can you can basically manipulate the scoring system already the scoring already when this guy got 25 points from competitions that has been finished and is not part, and come join me so that we can get more. No, we're not gonna allow that. Only succeeding competitions are going to be counted.
Just to be clear.
Yeah. That's it. Making it safe for everybody. You have to be fair for everybody.
Right.
All right, so I'm just going to clarify about the brand restrictions. So for the finals of God of Mecha, Bandai is the only brand allowed, or you can do.
No, you can for God of Mecha
the,
finals. It doesn't have to be Gunpla or Gundam only.
Mhm.
You can use any mecha you want as long as
It's a known brand.
it's an original brand.
I like Good Smile.
As long
Yeah.
as, long as
Kabuki.
it's original.
Yeah, yeah.
Original.
No
Like
Or third.
third parties are allowed. Are third parties allowed?
For God of
and-
Mecha. For
yeah.
finals.
I think dress-up kits are fine because you're still going to be buying the original kit, right? Yeah. So if you're gonna be using dress-up kits,
Like resin kits.
yeah, resin kits like
Like
what's it?
Ujal,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that you have to buy the original kit, then you add parts in it. But that will already fall under the advanced category.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to be out of the box anymore.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Alright, so the fourth question of Iran is, are base/diorama allowed?
Okay. For the advanced category, yes.
And for the finals, advanced category only?
Yeah, of
Or
course, yes.
allowed
Same. For God of Mecha finals, advanced category will require a diorama. It's pretty much like the diorama category of
Yes.
like that. It's very It's going to be very similar to the October Gundam competition that we have here.
Okay. Also, I'm sorry, I have to clarify this because there are third-party kits that that really resemble original Bandai kits. Like, say for example, the Solomon Physalis, the Fat Cats.
That one,
the-
we'll go over that because I have to identify. I have not updated with
Right.
whatever the new brands that really look very similar. What's clear is that dress-up kits where where you need to buy the original kit and then you
As
just
the
add
base
parts in
kit,
it. Yes,
right.
it's okay, definitely. But
like the Kshatriya these days. That one's pretty popular. Or Osiris, the Osiris something.
the
Dominator thing?
Togi's copy was-
The
I think that one's-
Togi's.
so what these?
Oh, yeah,
What is it called these days? Does that belong in third party or is that?
Bootleg.
was
I
it
think they
bootleg?
call it third party because
That's borderline bootleg, though.
It's like a completely different discussion already. I think that we're gonna have to review that one.
Yeah.
But just to clarify, we're not hating on
We're not hating.
the third party.
I think it's-
This is for the competition.
Yeah, I think it's
We're
better
clarifying
I think we have to clarify these things.
Yeah.
Alright, so, oh god.
It's a whole different
Last
topic.
question for Iran. What are the size limitation for the entries?
Okay, so each competition has their own
Sizing.
dimensions, so we will follow that. For the October Gundam competition, for example, it's 50 by 50 by 50, right?
Right.
For God of Mecha finals, we are going to follow the dimensions set by Textujin, which is I can't remember, but we gotta get back to it.
But is it bigger or smaller?
It's a bit smaller. It's a bit smaller. It's a bit smaller.
okay.
So we will do that just in case, because your entry for God of Mecha finals or for any other competition that you join that entry in can already be the same entry that you can submit to Tetsujin, except for the Gundam competition in October because it's bigger.
Right.
But that's the reason why we're following the dimension limitations for God of Mecha finals with whatever Tetsujin has. So that if you feel that this thing can compete in Tetsujin, then you don't need to do anything else.
Right.
So that's the exact same entry, or maybe with a bit more modifications that
Or fix-ups.
yeah, you can do. Then you submit it to. That's what we're gonna bring to Singapore.
Oh. Alright. Alright, for the last question, it's from Gavin Adanza. I hope I'm saying your name right. So Gavin Adanza asked, how do we join the different competitions? It's our first time joining, and we're also from Visayas.
Are these the same guys who asked? So. And I saw a couple of questions from
IPMS
Baguio,
Yeah.
who are guys from Visayas who want to join the competition. Okay. We actually have people from the Visayas and even as far as Mindanao join the competitions here in PSMS. Mecha Pinoy, not so much, I guess. But there are people sending their entries over. Mecha Pinoy, for example, has a point person. Shout out Arvin Tan, who takes care of the logistics side of the entries. So for example, for IPMS Baguio, they sometimes carry it themselves up to Baguio, or IPMS Baguio themselves have they send over a truck. It's gonna wait at Eton Centris for a certain day, whole day, just waiting for everybody to have their booths. I mean the racks, displays, entries loaded into the truck, and then this truck will bring it to Baguio. And then the organizers are going to be the ones displaying. So it's entirely possible. It's going to be a challenge for people from, of course, there's going to be a challenge for people from the Visayas and Mindanao to send entries over, but it is what it is. It's not an online competition since the requirement for the affiliate competitions you have to submit it in the venue.
You have to be physically there.
Yeah, the entry has to be physically there. We really have to have the entries here on site. So there are ways of bringing your entries over. And of course, when it comes to I know that God of Mecha sounds daunting because it's a year-long competition, right? So some are probably thinking, do we need to create a new entry every single time? Did somebody ask? No.
No.
Okay, so this is this is like a cheat code for everybody, so that it doesn't have to be very very hard on you to keep on making new entries. You can actually survive the year with just 2 entries at the least. Okay. For me, it would be better, of course, if your time allows and your energy allows it, you to completely create something new every competition. But for those who have who are managing their time properly, or because maybe you have work or you're a parent, or you can survive with just 2 entries for the year. So, for example, if we take the basic category, which has Mecha Pinoy, Bandai Open, and then we have GMKC, we have PSMS, we have IPMS Baguio, and then we have the basic for God of Mecha finals. Okay, the only competition there that will require you to enter a brand new entry, not entered into any competition before, is the June Gundam competition. Right. All the rest, as long as you haven't entered your entry before from the previous year, you can have the same entry for the other 4 competitions. So Bandai Open, PSMS, IPMS Baguio, and God of Mecha Finals. These 4 will accept the same entry, but only do that if your entry is winning. So let it keep on earning points. It doesn't make sense if, for example, in Mecha Pinoy's Bandai Open, you didn't even earn points. Why would you enter the same entry in, say, PSMS? That doesn't make sense. That means you can either work on it more, improve, rework, or create a totally different entry.
So it's advisable to enter at least 2 to 3 entries.
2 to 3, yeah. Which is not bad for the whole year, yeah. It's manageable. It's daunting if you look at it because you have to join plenty of competitions. But if you think about it, at least 2 entries will do for the whole year.
Yeah.
If you're winning, okay? Because otherwise, it's just 1 point for participation every time. So you're gonna get 5 points the whole year.
All right, teams, do 5.
just make sure that it still follows the
Yes,
rules.
of course. The rules of the
Yeah.
affiliate competitions.
So for Gavin Adanza's question, it's really advisable to get in touch with the local community within the region?
Yeah, especially if guys coming from Visayas and Mindanao, there are really people joining in. Like Atan Abinir and Kim Hinovea, which is last year's champion, really went from Cebu and Bacolod. They went here,
Right.
kicked everyone's Manileño entries, then went back home with the gold. So
came to Manila and dominated.
easy.
Shout out Dixon 4.
Something like that happens. It's very inspirational. So we have plenty of very good scale modelers in the Visayas and Mindanao.
Especially in Mindanao.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard, but it's not impossible. So
Yeah.
there are ways to bring your entries here. Just coordinate with the group. So I would suggest you join Mecha Pinoy, the group, and ask questions already. So on how you can bring your entries here if you're going to be joining the Bandai Open in Okada. So it entails a bit of logistics expenses, but if you're really keen on joining the competitions, then let's do the extra part. That it is what it is for people from Visayas and Mindanao.
Alright.
There's some let proxy submit, right?
Yes, it's allowed. There are like PSMS allows proxy submission, for example.
Oh yeah, like
Same with IPMS Baguio as well.
Ask him to carry your luggage.
like one participant from Iloilo, his social media name is Mr. Uhu. He sends it through a proxy, so he can join local competitions.
Yes, exactly. You can do the same if you can designate one person
Yeah.
and you can pitch in for his transportation expense. You know, send him as your proxy for that competition, and then he will be the one in charge of submitting your entries.
Right.
All right, so Gavin, if you're watching this, work with your local community.
Exactly. We'd love to see people from the Visayas visit the big competitions here in Manila.
Or if you have friends in Manila.
Exactly. Yeah. You can have. Yeah. You give them a call.
I'm sure
send
they'll
them
help you
some transportation money.
It's not us.
We don't have cash yet.
We're not earning yet.
Alright. So, do you still have more questions?
I'm good.
I'm good.
You're good. I think that answers everything. Thank you so much, Sir Alex.
All right.
for
You're
taking your time
welcome,
to
and
answer us.
hope. I'm pretty sure there are more questions around hanging, so we'll tackle it as we go along. Since this is the very first year for God of Mecha, I know there's going to be some hurdles that have to be that we have to get over as the year passes. So we'll try to do our best and make it as smooth as possible. But of course, like anything else, we improve. We will keep on improving and get it as smooth as possible.
Also, if there are people who wants to further clarify or have other questions and clarifications, where can they reach
of
you?
course, you can message the page at Armored Komodo. We'll try to get back at you as soon as possible. So especially after we announce the opening of registrations next week. So basically, for the registrations, as early as now, I'm telling you, the teams have to be, or is it required to have at least 2 people? No, 2 people definitely, and not at least 2 people. 2 people per team. You have to have a nice team name, and you have to have your team logo. Okay, those are the.
No, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have questions and clarifications, but you're just a little bit too shy to contact Sir Alex here, feel free to send us your questions.
Yeah, you can
and
also-
we'll be the ones to ask Sir Alex right here.
Yes, tune in to Perfect Race Studios, the official media partners for God of Mecha by Armored Komodo. That's it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Bye.